Have you ever wondered what actually helps you feel calm when your body is overwhelmed? Well, in this video, I'm going to share 5 simple practices that help you move from stress to rooted, even on those days that feel busy, that feel full, and absolutely messy. I'm Dr. Tina Armstrong, and welcome to From Stress to Rooted, a sacred community for high achieving Black women who are ready to take a break before they break. Now, this work is personal to me. It's personal because I'm a high achiever in recovery. Chronic stress took a major toll on my life. And I realized that it's not about learning more. It's not even about doing more. But healing is really predicated on you moving towards practices that are life giving. And for me, that meant living into my faith by tending to my mind, my body, and my spirit. And this way became the rooted way. So I'm sharing this with you today to help you move from stress to rooted. So, a few days ago, I was the carpool mom in the morning, and I knew that I would be taking my 2 children and our neighbor's 2 children to school that morning. So I got up in plenty of time to do my exercise, my devotion before I got the kids ready for school. So what I ended up doing was going outside, trying to jump on my treadmill in the garage, only for it to be beeping loud because the oil needed to be changed. So I added some oil. Well, a little too much, because the next thing I know, the belt was slipping and sliding, and I tried to tighten and fix, and it just didn't work. Threw the morning into chaos. Get the kids ready. They're ready. I'm not ready by the time the neighbors come, but that's okay. We get everything together. We get in the car. I've backed out of my driveway I don't know how many times. But this morning I decided to back out the driveway, and I hit the small retaining wall. I hear a crunch. My heart stops. I initially thought I ran over one of the kids' toys in the driveway. Put the car in park, get out, only to see my bumper hanging. And of course, I'm driving preteen boys, so they had a whole bunch to say. But that was okay. I got them to school. I came home, put my sneakers on, went back in the garage, tried to get the treadmill going, and I was just about to throw my hands up in the air when I got a text, and it simply said, "Get rooted." Now, for you right now, that may not mean a lot, but for me, it reminded me that I have tools. There are things that I can use to help me when life becomes overwhelmed. So that's what I'm going to share with you today. The first thing is to remind yourself to slow down. When life starts happening quick, fast, and in a hurry, we typically try to match its pace. But in doing the exact opposite, we actually begin to get a little more clarity. We actually also begin to help our mind to quiet down so that we can move from reaction mode and move into a more intentional mode. So the first thing I want you to do is simply to slow down and breathe. That's the first practice. The second practice is after we've reclaimed our breath, after we've slowed our body, then we become aware simply by being curious. So I started asking myself, okay, what was happening this morning? How did I hit the wall? What do I need to shift or change? But then I said, you know what? I just need to become aware of what am I feeling? I wanted to cognitively start processing that incident. Before you cognitively process, you got to sit with what am I feeling? And then I noticed, wow, I'm feeling stretched. I'm feeling like there's so many things I need to do in any given day. And I felt like I needed to take some time. And so I did that with curiosity as opposed to judgment. The third step is reaching out. So I actually reached out to this friend that texted me because I recognized I needed a little community. I needed a touch from another person just to know I wasn't alone, that this wasn't just something I had to just move through by myself, but I could share it. And in sharing with her, I was able not to only be heard, but I heard myself talking about what was happening. And then I began to have even greater awareness about, I see. I was running too fast, not being careful, not being thoughtful. Okay. And I got some affirmation and encouragement from my dear friend. So, step number one, we want to pause and just breathe. Step two, we want to become aware of what we're feeling. Now is not the time to process what we're thinking, but really to focus on what am I feeling? And then talk to someone, call a friend, connect. And if there's no one you can connect with at that moment, say a prayer, connect with God. The fourth thing is to find little joy. Now, no, by you won't cure the situation. So I still had the bumper hanging off. I still was not able to get on my treadmill, but I turned on some music. And the next thing I know, I'm bopping around, and then I'm feeling better. And then I'm able to take that moment for myself. And the final thing, the fifth thing to remember is that stress is going to come. This is not a system about removing chronic stress. It's a system about knowing how to handle the stress that comes into your life because it's going to happen. But remembering that you have tools. I have tools. There are things that we can do. That was the way that I was able to re-engage my day and recover that day, get busy that day, get things done that day, simply by reframing and recovering my day. So hopefully those 5 things are things that you can do. I know you can do them. I know that you can remember to pause. I know that you can remember to become aware with curiosity as opposed to judgment. I know that you can remember to reach out, talk to a friend, phone a friend. It's time. I know that you can remember to take a moment to find some joy in it. And even if you can't find joy in that situation, there's a way that you can recover some level of joy. And then finally, to know that you are not alone in this situation. You don't have to be alone in the situation. And you can reframe how you think about the things that are happening. Because I tell you, what we believe shapes how we show up and interact. So, what are the things that you're telling yourself? And how do you shift that so that you can recover? Remember, stress will happen, but we don't have to spiral behind it. I hope you remember, like my good friend told me, get rooted and be sure to take a break before you break. All right, ladies, let's do this. And remember, if something that was said here today resonates for you, consider liking, consider forwarding this, and definitely comment. I want to hear from you. What do you do when you feel overwhelmed? How do you get restabilized? How do you allow your nervous system to recover? That's what we're talking about today. Please let me know. I want to hear from you. Also, don't forget to check out our quiz from stress to rooted quiz rather, so that you can understand those areas in your life that tend to be stressful and some ways of actually dealing with it. All right, stay rooted until next time. Be well.